Good morning, everyone. Hi, kids. It's Miss Mary. I'm going to tell you another story about Jesus. And we've been talking about the miracles of Jesus. And remember, what's a miracle? It's something that we cannot do, right? Only God and Jesus can do. It's things like heal people. Like last week we talked about the lady that was all bent over, remember? And all Jesus had to do was touch her and she could stand up straight. I can't do that. You can't do that. Even doctors can't do that. Only Jesus and God can perform miracles. And tonight we're going to talk about the first miracle that Jesus performed that people actually got to see. And before I tell you about it, I'm going to tell you where it's found. It's found in the New Testament in the book of John, chapter 2, verses 1 through 11. And this story is about a wedding that Jesus goes to. And Jesus is there at the wedding. His disciples are there. His mom is even there. And the wedding's going good. Everybody's having a good time. And Mary goes to Jesus because they ran out of wine at the wedding. And that wasn't a good thing because people like to drink wine at the wedding. So Jesus said, "Why are you coming to me? It's not really my problem. It's not my wedding." And so Mary turned to the servants, those were the people that were helping at the wedding, and she said, "You do whatever Jesus tells you to do." And so Jesus told the servants, "Go fill up your jars with water." They had these big old jars they would fill up with water or wine, and then they would take a dipper or a cup or something, and they would put it into something smaller like this so they could pour it into cups because they couldn't carry the big old jars that were full of water. So as they were dipping out the liquid from the jars and putting it into something smaller so they could serve it, they noticed it wasn't water, it was wine. Jesus had turned the water into wine. And so the servants went to serve the wine that Jesus had made. And the master of the wedding, he went and he tasted the wine, and it was really good, he thought. And so he went and asked the bridegroom, "Why are you serving the good wine at the end of the wedding?" Because back then they would serve the good wine that tasted really good at the start of the wedding, and then later they would serve wine that wasn't quite as expensive and it didn't taste quite as good. But this wine was even better than the wine at the beginning of the wedding. But that's because Jesus made it, right? That's right. And so I'm going to do a little bit of magic for you. And remember, magic's not a miracle, because I can't do miracles. Only Jesus and God do miracles. But this is a little bit of magic. So I have this empty pitcher here, and Mr. Charlie's going to help me. He's going to pour some water. There's his water. He's going to pour some water into my pitcher. And look, he filled up, well, he didn't fill it up, but he poured all his water in here. And it's not water anymore. It looks like wine, doesn't it? It's kind of dark. That's magic. That's not a miracle. But that's kind of what Jesus did. They took the water, and when they poured it into containers, it turned into wine. So that's our story for today, and I hope you liked it. It was kind of fun to do. I will be seeing you hopefully in class. So take care. I miss you guys, and I love you. Bye bye.